We've found a game. I am co-oping, I guess you could call it. Congratulations on rank one again, by the way. Um,
Oh wait, what? Did Lorthos throw?
I'm co-oping with rank one NA TigereyeHS on a couple of Hearthstone games. Probably going to play on his account for a bit and then switch over to mine. He was rank two, now rank one. Um, and I'm just sort of doing an interview with him, trying to figure out, like, from his perspective, what essentially my deck is lacking. Uh, and it's been fun so far. We've been doing this for like an hour so far on my Twitch channel. Um, but yeah, it's Tiger Eye in here, interviewing him on Glare. We are trying to stay on rank one, which is kind of cool, and
Yeah.
playing some darkglare.
All right.
Once I put the
So,
video up, I'll have or I'll try to have the deck list like linked in the description. If I'm not able to get that figured out, maybe it'll just be like a link to. Do you have anywhere you've posted the list that you're currently running?
no.
Okay,
I usually just send it to whoever asks.
I appreciate that you do that, man. It's always nice when you find someone who's like willing to share their list at High Legend. It's a super cool thing that you're willing to do that. And thanks for being on the show as well.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
In case anyone actually wanted to watch this to learn how to play Glare, this hand was kind of an important concept where Raised Dead is basically is a keep, but only if you have either Reaver, Librarian, or Tour Guide. But otherwise, it's definitely a mulligan.
Um, so I am watching on the like in-game. I'm spectating you, but people watching at home won't have the luxury of that because I have the don't cheat icon over. If you look at Discord, just to make sure people don't like stream snipe. If not that we're getting a lot of viewers right now, I usually around an hour into the stream it'll like pop into four, five, six, seven people. If I'm streaming overnight, it's usually more. A lot of my audience is in Australia, just with the hours I keep. But I had a family obligation today, so um, we we have not. I've been on like a regular sleep schedule a couple of days, so I could stick with that.
Nice. All right, let's see if this
How's
opponent
this
knows what
game
he's
going?
doing.
It
So
looks
this
like we have
game,
the cards that we want to do a dark layer
we got the
game.
cards except for Dark Glare.
Yeah, exactly. So we're in the waiting game, or do we have proactive plays we're going to try to make?
So in this game, we're just going to hope he blunders and hits our face so we can play a Molten Giant. And there we go.
Oh my god, you love to see it.
This is the skillful maneuver where you get your opponent to mess up for no reason.
I don't like. What am I doing? I guess what I'm doing wrong is I play decks that aren't good decks. But like, I would never do that against a dark layer on three. Never swing into their face.
Oh, and by the way, our opponent is clearly trying to set up for a pop-off turn next turn.
Yes.
If they don't have double glare, we should be good. And because of that, I'm going to play a Neophyte because, as it turns out, it's very difficult to pop off with glare when
You
your
don't
spells
like
cost one more
Yeah,
because mana is super tight. So I'm just going to slam this in a Reaver and say go.
that seems like a plan.
The plan is for him to make our Molten Giants free, and then hopefully we can do some glare pop-off stuff.
We shall see. Oh my god, there's a huge bee outside my window, aggressively trying to get in. Like, actually 2 inches long. So hopefully he
For what it's
doesn't
worth,
have
this
this.
hand would have been just like the absolute nutter butters if we had a glare because we would have been able to um, glare, tour guide, tap, broom, get our tour guide dead, raise dead the tour guide and the librarian, and just play all of our deck basically. But we didn't quite get that lucky.
Is it possible he was bluffing that he had glare? It's very unlikely, right?
If he did, oh, he has to kill my border. He's dead.
Yeah.
Okay, good. He has some
Is he
brain cells.
sure? Like what?
He has a few brain cells. This is good for
Imagine
him,
if
but
he
we
had
probably win this game.
if one thing lived. Okay. Show us
Shoot,
the
wait,
card.
we gotta draw the card first.
We
Oh yeah, Zeph active.
Yeah,
That's
Zeph.
another important
Oh, so
skill
yeah,
when playing
darkglare
this
was the
version of the deck.
last one.
All right, he never has burst here because it's not good in the current version of Glare, so you shouldn't be running it.
Hot take.
But yeah, in old version or in old metas, this would have been a mistake because Leroy PO was a really common thing for people to do.
Yep. Even if he's running Arcane Golem, and he only has 5 mana, right? Leroy PO wouldn't have
But
been enough.
yeah, right now Arcane Golem is the more popular
Plus double
choice, so I
PO
can stay one
is
outside of
yeah. Double
Golem
PO
PO.
would be an acceptable risk with 13 cards in deck. I take it.
It's also that I think that even Arcane Golem is incorrect to be playing right now, but some people still do. So I'm going to play around like the Arcane Golem 1 PO, but I think playing around a card that a lot of people don't even play in like a very conservative way is
Oh,
usually a mistake.
against this guy, nothing is a mistake.
Okay, he has a good chance of popping off here.
Yeah, that was a really interesting like inclusion. What do you cut for Rain of Fire? I guess Penflinger from the old list.
Yeah, I think he's running that instead of Reaver, and I think that his pick is very wrong. But
I
you know,
my inclination is that I agree. I think it's more wrong than the list that I have, but maybe you think my list is just on the same level. I don't know.
I think that
How far down the rung have I gone to being someone who would run Rain of Fire and Darkglare right now?
I don't think you're quite that bad.
Okay, thank you.
But I still think that not running Zeph and running Enhance-O-Matic is still wrong.
I'm running Zeph. I
What?
have
No.
Zeph in the deck.
Okay, this guy's gone off the deep end.
What's he running? Oh my god.
Uh,
Is that the one that deals 2 to your face and then or not to your face, but deals 2
no,
when
it's
you're
the one that costs one if there's 10 or less cards in your deck.
Oh, no
You know,
way.
maybe he's not that wrong.
I,
My assumption is that he's very wrong, but
it's a bold choice. It's a bold
it's
inclusion.
it's this guy's running a bold version of the deck to say the very least.
Okay.
Oh no, I think I might lose here. This sucks.
You can
But at least
you can Zephrys for healing and
I
clear
can do that, but I
yeah.
don't want. That's bad tempo is the
Oh
issue.
no, you jam a giant, you jam Zephrys, you jam the Spirit Bomb, and he doesn't have burst, right? We just win next turn.
Yeah,
Maybe.
he clearly doesn't have burst, except for maybe Zeph. I have no idea. This guy's list is so bad. I have no idea what I even want to play around. Maybe that's an upside. I don't really
Okay,
know.
so
But I can Zeph heal. I can Zeph heal for 8, which I think is
yeah,
correct.
you can definitely do that. Would we have ended up with more healing had we in before Leroy PO?
All right. So this is the philosophy of don't play around cards they don't have. I'm not playing around Leroy PO because
I
only
know.
a
It's
bad
just
play.
it would be ironic if
Yeah.
his list won. I'll just cut the sentence off there.
This is risky though because we could potentially need the Zeph for burst, assuming because there's a good chance he can like giant clear a board here.
Yeah, I think I would have gone with
Okay.
Okay, he clears the board. Damn. Uh, no broomstick. He's
Yeah,
fishing for concede.
it's always the bottom card. It's always the bottom card. This is the key thing to
Even if it
remember.
is the bottom
You're,
card, like if he leaves one minion up, he's dead. Right? He can clear 5 minions, and if he doesn't have burst, he dies.
for what it's worth, I missed a tap last turn because I don't think that he's with all the garbage he's running. I don't think he has a charger, so I shouldn't have played around it.
Okay.
Oh,
He does have a
okay.
bunch,
He does have all of the
though.
giants
He
though.
has 5 giants. How is that possible? Okay.
You know,
Sun Fury Protect. Um,
all
yeah.
right, that was
That was
some skillful.
I'm confused. He skillful discoveries or generation off of the Raised Dead really interesting deck building.
You know, I think should I have not healed? I don't know
I would
because
have healed. I mean, I would have not damaged myself as much and healed, but I mean, we couldn't know he was going to have five giants. If he had had four giants there, what was the other line that you were thinking about taking?
my other line was to not heal
Uh,
and then just play Lothab. Or no, wait, that wouldn't have worked, wouldn't it? Yeah, it's really bad. I don't think we had many extra lines because he got enough tempo out early enough, and we didn't hit our Solarium backfire stuff to like draw the rest of the giants out of our deck.
I
I
like
think was the
need to
issue
know what he's beating. I would
because
like
I
to
think I
email
played
that
around.
guy and ask what he's beating with his deck.
All right, I'm gonna send him a friend request and ask him
Yeah,
for a
I'm really
list.
curious because if it's beating
I'm
Raised,
kind.
I'd like to know.
All right, I sent him a friend request. Hopefully, he'll send over the deck list with some explanations for his tech choices.
Thanks, man. Like anytime someone has something unorthodox in their high legend or highish legend, I usually try to do that. I'll be like, you beat me or I beat you, but like what worked there, you know?
I think that the one mana 6/6 taunt that comes from the deck could actually be correct with all this buff pally going around because taunts are really valuable in that matchup.
So, do you want me to tell you what he's playing?
Yeah,
Um,
Kyler, your phone?
yeah.
Oh. Honors? Honors. Honors.
um, he was on Reno Rogue before and beat me with it. It's like your mom or something. Oh, are you muted? All right. I'm gonna talk over the game because I think TigereyeHS has left the building on the audio. Um, I guess we got the cards that kind of control the early game, but we didn't get the darkglare. So we have an answer to his early game, but we don't have a darkglare yet. My guess is next turn he probably goes with a backfire. TigereyeHS does, depending what Battle Tiger does. Obviously, if he needs to react to a minion, he'll do that. But I feel like I feel like backfire probably happens. Maybe Spirit Bomb backfire. Okay, that's not great. Um, Maybe Solarium. But Solarium would happen next turn. I guess he leads with Raised Dead to get the rush back. Never lucky. Damn. Hopefully we get um, something to like a broomstick. Second broomstick would be good. We're gonna take a lot of damage here and probably Solarium into broomstick and giants if we're lucky. Is the hope. Um, but yeah, Battle Tiger is climbing. He was 24 when I was playing him on, or when a friend of mine was playing him on rank 24, he was on warrior of some kind, and then he was on 14. I played against him. I was on darkglare. He beat me, and it looks like we're losing this game unless TigereyeHS finds a way with Solarium. It might become a way. Broomstick with tour guide might be a path. So darkglare, tour guide, broomstick, or we can also play. I think we play the backfire. Yeah, I think he just went through that journey with me, looking for backfire or looking for broomstick. I mean, if we get it, we win. If we get it, if we don't, we lose. Damn. Yeah, feels bad. He's just seeing if he found it. You guys can hear me, right? I have the stream muted on my phone, and TigereyeHS is actually the one we want to hear more than anything. But you guys can hear us, right? Yo, TigereyeHS. Just checking in if you can hear me. I guess maybe he left the call. Oh,
Yeah, sorry, I had background noise for a sec.
okay. I just ended up talking over your plays. I agree with the backfire. I was gonna do the thing you were gonna do first, I think, which was to tour guide, and then I was like, oh wait, we just backfire and we need to get lucky, and we didn't.
Yeah, I think that I only won there if I hit a broomstick,
Yeah,
which
that's the conclusion I came to as well. I don't know your deck as well,
I
but
did
like,
reasonable chance of because I had 6 draws.
yeah. Did we ever want to like if we did we have Tamsin in hand? I'm glossing over in my head what the second card was.
I don't believe so.
I don't think we had enough mana. But was there a world where we
That
would have
was the
wanted
issue.
we would have wanted to play like Tamsin and Solarium if we had those together? We didn't though, and I don't think we had
I
enough
think
mana
that
anyway. But
I don't know. I could have 100% gotten my broomstick back on the first raise, but I didn't think he would be getting an Edwin out for the most part out on an empty board because usually their deck isn't very good at that.
yeah, it wasn't even like a huge Edwin, but it carried right. If we had a giant and broomstick, he was just the Edwin was gone.
The reason I broomsticked on turn 3 is because I thought that there was a good chance, based on how he was developing his board, that he was going to have the Kazakas for the buff his board ability.
Yeah, I would have done the same thing in a vacuum. I think I like to be in control of the board early, so they can't like value trade a
Hmm.
darkglare if we get it. I mean, that was maybe greedy because we didn't have the darkglare in hand. It's possible I play the deck too much more than the hand.
Yeah, I think that I was expecting that before he got a good threat that I would be able to hit a dark glare out of the deck, and then at that point I would be able to develop a board he couldn't beat.
Okay. Um,
Okay, this game I just win though, which is nice.
yeah, I was gonna say, is there
I
a
mean,
way
he
to
can.
win
I mean, I
this?
guess he can wipe my board and still be in it, but I probably just win.
The double broomstick is nice. We got the cards. Hey QB, how's it going, man? Yeah, we're doing a YouTube video. Um, so we're interviewing TigereyeHS, and I guess he's okay with it going up on YouTube. So I'm gonna try to get it up tonight or tomorrow. Pretty
All
pog.
right, he has to wipe. He has to wipe this board, so I'm not going to overdevelop into a Barov, which I know that he was running for a little bit. I don't know what his current list is.
Yeah, Barov broomstick would be rough. He might be holding the Barov broomstick, right? Like he doesn't need to. He doesn't have to use it now. Is there any chance he still has it, or are we going in like he doesn't?
I think. Wait, so he already spent his. Wait, did he play? He didn't play a broomstick yet, did he? No, he
I'm
didn't.
not
So it's
sure.
actually pretty likely that he has one. This is actually a bit of an awkward turn because I don't actually want a Solarium this turn.
What are we trying to
Hmm.
avoid hitting with Solarium?
It's more so that okay, that's good.
Perfect. We get more stuff on board for him to have to deal with. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. I thought we were for a sec. I thought we were gonna you're playing around Samuro. I thought we were gonna trade with the giant into the 3/2. I was gonna be like, those trades
I
don't make
mean, he
sense.
can still have the samurai guy or whatever.
Yeah,
I still want to play around that.
yeah. I
Plus,
just realized that after you said it. What?
oh, he's trying to burst me. Okay,
I didn't
that's
realize
good.
that he played
He
his
shouldn't be
warlock.
able to kill me.
Yeah. Um.
So hopefully I draw lethal.
Yeah, that's my instinct. Still possible to finally. Oh, hello.
Okay, I drew lethal.
That was easy. I don't know if this makes sense, but I always put it on the smallest minion, the PO. If I think like there's any question of, um, for one thing, APM. I also put it on Lotheb before other things, and on Neophyte, like on the thing that I want to die. Because if I flub it up, and maybe you just never flub up the math, or you never flub up the timing, but I have like a habit of pushing as much damage as I can and putting it on the one that I care least about it dying.
Yeah. So
I don't
the
know
way
if
I
that
play
makes
my
sense.
POs is I usually hold them in hand a lot because they combo with both Tanzan and Zephyrus in my list.
Yeah,
So usually they're relatively high value later in the game, and by the time I play them, usually I've already gotten lethal, so I don't usually think too much about when I'm doing that. And I think that when you're playing PO not for lethal, it's always
I
going to be
don't.
pretty situational, right?
Yeah, I don't. I think it's probably like 95% for me anyway that it's lethal with PO.
I will say though, spotting like PO kill your own minion lines against APM can actually be really good.
Yeah, yeah, I've done that to set up or like to not be board locked against Mozaki, for instance. If you need to be able to play like Zephyrus to um, pop a block or to push enough damage to pop block if they freeze. I've done that before.
I think the current version of the list kind of forces you to like balance every single thing, right? You have to balance your health total, your board space, your hand space, because all of them can get filled and you don't want any of them to get locked,
Yeah,
which I think is like part of the reason why the deck is so difficult to play well.
let's get back rank one matches.
Obviously, it's yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know if I flubbed those games.
The ones we lost. I mean,
Yeah, I'm
I
trying to
would
think
have
back.
taken the line with the healing in that game. I think that one game he just was running a really interesting deck. By the way, did he accept the request?
Yeah, he did. He sent me the list, and I said I was going to send mine back. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, no problem. Um, do you mind sending it over to me? I'd like to study it and see if there's anything I
Oh,
agree
it's
with.
already in the Discord. I'm using the same one I sent you before.
No, sorry, the list that he sent you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah, yeah,
send it.
yeah.
Do you want me
Just
to send it in
to
the Discord?
because obviously with your list, I'll agree with. I mean, I'm running very close to your list already. His list is pretty unorthodox. Um, once we hit rank one, I don't know how
Kingdom.
much time you
I've
have
actually
before
never
this
seen him
game.
before.
You which? You've never played him before?
I have not, at least not
Wow.
that I remember.
Hmm. Not even like, I mean, obviously, but not on the climb or anything. That's interesting.
But yeah, I think in this meta, at least, some of his choices have potential.
I'll probably run into him if he plays a lot. If I continue to queue on NA.
I think he forgot the equals sign in his deck code, but I sent it over on your Discord.
Okay.
I think he did not copy the equal sign.
So just put an equals at the end and it's good.
Probably. I could be wrong. I'm not exactly an expert on Hearthstone deck codes, but usually they have an equal sign on the end.
Like this. Just putting that there and copying it. Let me know when you find a game. Well, what was that
For
guy's
sure.
name, by the way?
It was Kingdom. Here, I'll actually just send you his name too.
It didn't work. Damn. I'm really curious, but I guess I'll have to friend him when I face him. Let's see if just the link that he sent works. Oh, there's no question mark or equals at the end of it. The one you sent me is
Oh,
actually the
there's
same
not?
one. Yeah, that's weird. I would have thought the same thing, but um, yeah, this is kind
Oh,
of
I'm in a
silly.
match against. Oh, I'm against Bodybuilder again.
Oh dear.
Let's see if we can play this one well.
Did you not play the last one well? We won, right?
I didn't play it well because I just had lethal in hand and I dug for 50%
Oh
lethal
yeah,
instead.
yeah.
I played it very
That
poorly.
one. That one.
I think I would have won that game regardless of if I hit lethal that turn, but you know,
Yeah.
giving up like 10-20% win rate is probably pretty bad.
Missing the guaranteed lethal. It's all good though. We got it. Solarium OP.
Oh no.
He passed on turn one.
His hand is
Did I miss the turn one? Did he play first day of school?
both had the unskillful turn ones.
Okay. He top decked this
Oh,
one
but he has
with
his turn
first
two.
day.
He has his turn two guy,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Oh no.
Oh, what? He saved his smugglers. Wait, why? Oh, did he top deck that? Okay.
No, he got it from the left, right? Didn't he get it from the left? I'm not sure.
All right. So this game, we gotta hope that he hits us in the face. He hits us in the face a lot because our only real chance is like Crystallize or Molten Giant right now. The rest of our hand isn't doing much.
Yep. Still not great. The broomstick might be useful. I mean, it's useful, but like, is it enough? Right? How useful do you think broomstick is in hand buff?
Broomstick and hand buff, I think, is core
Oh,
because
sorry,
it's like the only
I
way
mean
that
in
they
the
can.
hand buff matchup.
I don't really keep Broomstick in opening hands personally.
I don't either. But it seems like I'm pretty happy about seeing it a lot of the time. I usually top
Yeah, so the this one of the skills of darkglare is drawing your broomstick at the right time
yeah.
because it's really bad in your opening hand because it doesn't help you set up your raised dead pool. So it's not really a one drop. Ooh, nice, I got him.
Easy. I made a play against a priest that won me the game where I went broomstick on one today, and I think it was a priest. Actually, it might have been APM mage, one of those two. But some deck that doesn't do much early is what the thing that I'm trying to say is, and I'll let you do the turn if it's complicated, and then continue with my story. Liking the look of this crystallizer in this matchup. Darkglare outlived its purpose.
All right, so let's see what his answer is. He's drawn so many cards, he should have one.
Yeah. Crystology into Samuro. I think the that card and the card to the right of it were Crystology. From tracking, I'm not 100% because I don't know what he drew after that. But no Samuro.
Oops,
He's just clearing.
no Samuro. I think he would have played it if he had it. Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so He probably doesn't have it. Unless he plays differently now than he used to. Or very differently, I'd almost say. Oh, wait, this doesn't change my health total twice. That's annoying.
Yeah. You can just ping his minion and then
I know, I
rush
can
his
still
minion.
play it. Yeah, I'm doing it like this.
Yeah,
It's a little bit worse, but, you know.
it's fine. We still full clear. Unless you're going phase, which is acceptable too.
The real question is, am I dead if I don't... Actually, yeah, I'm just dead if I don't do this.
Yeah.
Sad times.
Sad times in the kingdom.
What
Um,
else could be in his hand, realistically? That's such an annoying trade to make.
yeah, it hurts, but they're a little bit like, obviously it's very different from aggro druid, but like you do want to keep the board clear, I think, because they buff. That's what I do.
Wow, this guy's so greedy.
He had that in hand and
He
kept it for the,
only buffed 3 cards, so he definitely has like the conviction stuff.
yeah, looking for that lethal. Do we ever, do we ever
Do we ever
spellstone?
Tasman Spellstone because their hand is so because their hand like they
It's
probably
very
just have a bunch of
small.
big stuff.
So we heal up.
Alternatively, I could just backfire, grab a bunch of giants, and then I would
Yeah, he
still have
has
enough mana to probably like.
does he run
Yeah, I
Barov?
think I'm gonna.
You said Give Me Kill runs
He
Barov.
does run Barov. Last time I played him, he ran Barov. I guess he could have made a change.
Def inactive.
Okay, he shouldn't have
We're not
lethal
gonna do
here.
that, but okay. I don't know. I liked the Thames in play, but it also might be rewarded to hold because we can go multiple. Oh dear, we can go multiple
Okay, so I should be able to
POs there.
draw like
Oh, Zephyrus is active.
Zephyrus is active, but Lothab pretty good against
Yeah, yeah.
my
What
combos.
will he give? Do you think if we played him right now? Just unless you, I guess after the turn, if you have a theory on what he would give if we had played him. Counter Lothab.
Not hitting any giants here is really unfortunate.
Yeah.
Wow.
You could raise
I
dead,
guess
but
this is my last chance to like PO trade my giant into his Lothab,
yeah,
which
I
sucks.
don't know.
The alternative is to try to play my Kobold Librarian
What are we
and
looking
then
for here?
draw into. Nah, that doesn't work. Yeah, I have to trade.
Hmm, that's rough. We were looking to draw into.
The good thing is next turn should be pretty good, assuming that my raised dead hit something reasonable.
Speaking of dead, are we ever dead? He has.
Also, if he doesn't clear the board, we have lethal.
Okay.
Actually, wait, do we have lethal? Yeah, we do because of Spirit. Wait, no, that's 9 mana.
Hmm. He's
It's
definitely
kind of
carrying
close.
his
Okay.
board. I feel
Was
like
he?
we
Okay, that
could go
makes
for
sense.
chargers.
I guess maybe I shouldn't have spent one of those broomsticks early on. Alternatively, I can also just Thames and clear his board, which could be very worth it here.
We can hold the Tamsin and Zeph for betrayal, and
Yeah, that
I
could be
don't know if
better.
that's good, but
The thing is, I think that we can just grind him out if I hit enough health. Because the Tamsin Spirit Bomb. Wait, uh, let's see what I raised at. Hopefully, it's something good.
huh,
Those were not good.
they're
But
not.
wait. So, what are the odds that I hit a giant? Oh, thank God. Love to see you, giant.
Hey Maxi, that's kind of the point though. I don't know if you can see what the thing says past how big and imposing it is, but the whole point is, yeah, get it. Good job. and ended much stronger than mine would have.
If he has 2 charge minions, I think I die to his conviction. But if he doesn't have 2 charge minions, I probably don't die.
Did we ever want to play Lotheb this turn to block convictions?
I think that if I wanted to play around that, I would have instead played my Sun Fairy Protector.
Okay.
Okay, so I draw the rest of my deck, and it's not really good because I don't want to play my PO this turn.
Hey, Mountain Man, welcome.
I have no way to ping.
Yep. Well,
Actually, wait, no, I have a giant in my deck that I want to draw. I think I have to try to grab it this turn.
I can see that.
Solarium here. Don't hit PO? Okay, I did hit PO, but that's fine, I guess. And we gain a little bit of mana.
Yep.
Back. And then we play this. And play this. And then we play this. And so I play Reaver? Yeah, I play Reaver because it means I'm more likely to have lethal stuff, assuming he has some kind of life gain.
Yep.
All right, hopefully he doesn't win.
Hopefully he doesn't win.
It's very
Does he win
possible
the
that we
video
lose
game?
this.
That's the question.
Yes, because next turn he shouldn't be able to stop my lethal with Zeph. Oh,
Bruv.
he did draw it.
Okay. Does he have the brush? The
Does he have broomstick somehow?
Yeah.
Oh, that's surprising. I guess I just lose.
He doesn't even have to play.
Yeah, I get.
He might not attack in.
I think I grabbed.
In,
I think I just grabbed Jiraxis. Oh no, I'm just dead. Okay, that's fine.
That would have been sick if we could have grabbed Jiraxis and you take the 1 extra damage.
I actually don't think it was correct. I think I would have grabbed. I would have grabbed the 8 mana 6/6 Divine Shield guy. I would have grabbed him. I don't know how badly I misplayed that game.
I don't understand that matchup, but you did some
I
things
was
that
I was I was
didn't
playing under the
really work
assumption that
out
he had
well.
convictions in his hand based upon the fact that he only buffed like 3 guys that one time, and he did have 1 conviction, but I was playing around two and a charger, which was my issue.
Okay.
But I think that if I played that, oh man, I should have. I don't know. I think if I played that differently, I definitely would have won. That's unfortunate.
But would you have lost to other lines that he took, right, or different cards in his hand?
So if I played that, if I the way I played would have won, assuming he had the double conviction in hand early instead of like the buffed broomstick stuff that he did end up having. But against the line he had, he just didn't have the answers to the board, and instead just he had more defensive options like broomstick into that kind of stuff, which would have been easier to play into. Oh man, that was a tough game. The long matches against hand buff are really tricky because like I think I might have been too paranoid about his conviction charger lines,
It's
but I was so
possible.
certain that he had like at least one, probably 2 convictions because he drew so many holy spells early on.
He's just running the 4 holy spells, I believe. Hand of a Doll and Conviction.
Yeah,
So it's very likely.
turned out he had a dull conviction though.
What's that?
Turned out though he didn't have the double conviction. He had the conviction hand of a doll.
You would think he would play the Hand of a Doll earlier, though, but I guess he must not have needed to. Just like to, buff his minion out of the range of trading or something, or to, like, it makes sense when you see the Knight of Anointment um, come out and then you see no Hand of a Doll that it's probably Conviction if it's Bodybuilder's
I
list.
would have to check, but that one trade of my giant into his tier 2 was because I knew that I would be dead to 1 charger and 1 conviction.
Okay.
But I think that might have just been because my board just didn't line up very well into what his hand was.
Oh,
Okay, we get a rematch. We get a rematch against Bodybuilder.
yep. Good stuff.
Hopefully we get a one drop and it's an easy game. Nope. All right, come on. Librarian. This is the skillful part. You
Yep.
got to hit your one drops. I'll take an Emerald Reaver. It's actually not bad in this matchup. Ooh, that was a good skillful play.
Well played.
This is looking like a Kobold Librarian backfire hand.
Best of infinity against bodybuilder. Good one, QB.
Good. For the longest time, that's what it was. But for a while, we just kind of avoided each other, and we took rank one from each other when the other wasn't around. That was like the meta for a while.
Yeah, coin backfire. Easy.
So we're gonna take a bit of damage here, but he shouldn't know that I don't actually have the Molten Giant, and he can smack my face with impunity.
What makes you think he knows that?
No, he shouldn't know that I
He
don't actually have
shouldn't
any
know.
Molten Giants in my hand. But if he did know I didn't have any Molten Giants, he'd be able to really get aggressive here.
Yeah.
Wow, this hand is terrible.
It's really bad. Is there a clean way to not let him know we don't have the Molten Giant?
No. All right.
This is
Hopefully he thinks that I have Molten Giant and he doesn't smack me down to like 10.
at
Because if
least
he
we
knows
got
that
yeah.
if he smacks me down to 10 here, I think I just lose.
Yep. At least we got the one drops we needed, the one cost
Oh,
cards.
please, please, please play around it. Please. You got to play around the Molten Giants. What else would be stuck in my hand? Yes.
Outplayed.
Oh, God, this hand is so bad.
Defile would be helpful.
Defy would be very good on this board. I agree.
Yeah, Maxi, and
You know,
literally nothing else at this point.
Oh my
Like
God,
how
how
bad
I
is
have
this
all the
hand?
cards. Like,
Like you top deck a tour guide and it's you can't play anything. Yeah.
all right, so this is the part of the video game where we draw uh, uh, Molten Giants. Yep, yep,
Good
yep,
luck.
yep. Okay, give me a Molten Giant,
Please. Please. It's
please.
becoming ever more likely that we get one. It's not a molten giant.
Okay,
We just
we just
jamming?
die.
Oh
But
wait, we're just dead. I was
yeah,
thinking
we're
we were
just
on
dead.
13.
So the play here is to just die and move on to the next game.
I thought we were on 12 because I thought he held the 3-1 is what I thought.
He did. He held it. He played in a way that wasn't good against our hand, but our hand was so bad we still couldn't find a way to play anything
Yeah.
because we drew all of the 4 late game cards in our opener. What? We're not dead? Oh my God, it's a
How are we not
miracle.
dead? It's a miracle, yeah. Um,
Um,
Figure it out,
so I
man.
think I have to find taunt.
I'm inclined to agree with you.
Oh no, crystallizer.
Seppuku.
Um,
Okay.
so this is where he doesn't have a charger.
Yes, that one.
I mean, he never has a charger here. I mean, what are the odds?
Literally impossible that he drew one of the
Yeah,
four.
I can't imagine a situation where he has a charger with
No.
the way this game is played out. You know,
Please?
see his hand. I think his hand is just it's
Garbage. It's
just
just
like
nothing.
it's just a
We
bunch of
can't make a
Millhouse
claim
Mana
it's
Storms.
not,
It's
but
just yeah, it's just all Millhouse Mana Storms. We'll go with that.
yeah.
What? Please just
If he
kill me.
doesn't have it, he's
Just
just gonna what?
is he BMing me? I swear, if he's not BMing me, he's like incredibly unlucky.
Wow.
Oh my God, he's not BMing
He
me.
might be BMing you. It might be the most extended BM you've ever seen because he just
If this is the extended BM, I'd respect the extended BM here.
he missed that
All
he
right.
has three chargers in hand.
So like,
Damn, we're one man off.
no, 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 no. It's okay. So what we're gonna do?
Okay.
So we draw a bunch of giants.
Show me the way. And a raised dead to get a
Wow, that's a good dark. Wow, those are some like god tier dark glares right there. Um,
Could have been useful early.
they would have been good if I wasn't at 4 health.
Yeah, exactly. Early
Yeah, we're
and
just dead.
yes. You could Solarium for Zephyrus to activate. It's we don't even does it
I
do
wouldn't have
anything?
enough mana to even kill anything with Zephyrus, and all my broomsticks are gone.
That is
All right, we'll
unfortunate.
just not talk about that one.
Did we misplay? I think it was just the draw. Like the draw was the opposite.
See, the
The
problem
dark
is
glares are
there are
deep. They're
cards in the
top
deck
10.
that you want to draw. There are like a few cards in the deck you want to be in the bottom 10, and
Yeah,
they were all in the top 5.
already.
So, and then that's why that didn't go very well. And
Um,
this is part of the reason why I don't think Penflinger is too bad of a loss, is because in hands like that, Penflinger is really bad. Like you just because like to actually use it to its full ability, you have to give it like a hand space,
yeah.
but a lot of times you just don't have the space, like that hand.
Yes.
Right,
That
so
hand
hopefully we don't lose rank.
made me cringe a little bit. Like, and then we just kept drawing not the cards at exactly the wrong time. That tour
See, like
guide into we had a 0 mana hero power, and then we top decked a tour guide hurt my soul.
so another key with Dark Lair is to not draw your late game cards in like the top 10. Like it's okay to get like okay, like having a few dead cards in your hand for the first half of the game isn't actually a big deal in Glare. But when your whole hand is dead, that's kind of the issue.
Yeah, that was the opposite of the glared god hand, where you get like double glare and a lot of pain and just win on turn 4 to 5, or like set up to be for it to be unlosable on turn 4 to 5, right?
The key to winning with those hands is your opponent misplaying and you having lots of Molten Giants.
Yeah.
That's the only way. That's the only way that hands like that can stumble into a win
The
because they
crazy
just
thing
can't really
is,
pop off.
did we even get a Molten Giant? Did I miss one Molten Giant that we
We
played?
didn't. We didn't. We never hit a Molten Giant.
I
They were
didn't
all
think
in the
so.
bottom like 10.
Like,
Yeah.
how? It's actually incredible. Um,
You know, that it bounces out for all those cool ball librarians I had in the earlier games.
yeah.
Now we're getting the opposite end of having because like if you don't know, in Glare, Kobold Librarian is the absolute nuts.
I think in Hearthstone, it's like one of the best cards. Just hot
It's like
take.
a 1 mana card that has like 2.5 mana worth of value when you play it.
Which, if it was, I mean, adding 1.5 mana of value to any card is insane, but on a 1 drop, and with the effect, it synergizes so well with the deck that it's trying to be in, too.
Like drawing a card is worth like 1.5 cards. A 2/1 is worth maybe less than a mana, but we'll say a mana here.
So, right, usually they're
And then
making a
paying it.
card that's power creep, but it's like anti power creep, because Tour Guide is just strictly worse than Kobold Librarian and Darkglare.
I mean,
Maybe
it's not
strictly
strictly
worse.
worse.
There's
Like
some
sometimes,
circumstances
like
where
bank.
you bank the mana, but like, um, just on a
Yeah,
yeah, I think it's fair to say it's a more powerful card more consistently, right?
and the thing is, like pain, like even if you're playing a normal deck, isn't really a big downside. And pain in Dark Lair especially is really just not a big deal.
Well, it's the opposite. It's the key to the deck.
I mean, no. There's an amount of pain. Like the reason that like Flame Imp I'm not running in the current list is because it's like an unmanageably large amount of pain sometimes, such that like you have like awkward mid game turns. Like if there's a card that had like a good effect but it dealt 10 damage to you, Glare would not play the card because it's very costly for Glare to run health gain effects.
Because they're dead. Like those cards
Glare
are
one
dead.
the only pain that synergizes with Glare is like low pain. I would even say Spirit Bomb's pain is actually really awkward at times.
Oh, totally. It's really, I mean, the fact that it has the effect, in my opinion, anyway, and you can like, I don't know if correct is the right word, but have your opinion if you have a different opinion. But like, it clears the board. It's really good if you have Dark Lair up, and then you don't take as much damage, right? You can deal 4 to something. It's for kind of the same reason that Mortal Coil is good in Dark Lair, even though it doesn't like it can finish off a minion that would then have been able to finish you off, right? It's not like you're always dealing 1 damage to like a 2/1 minion. It's like you're dealing damage to like a 9/1 minion after you trade in or something. Um, and again, if you have a rebuttal to that.
No, I mean the card is just good because like it's cheap removal, which the deck needs sometimes. But you know,
Yeah.
as a whole, dealing 4 damage to yourself is usually a downside even in glare.
Yeah. It's maybe a good thing to have, but it needs to be the right meta for it, right? Um, the crap
Yeah.
creators running around. Um, I
There
remember
were a
like
bunch of metas where it was
Taxi was
good.
a
When
thing for
Secret
a
Mage
while.
was good, Double Bomb was correct. When Tax Pally was everywhere. Oh yes, I get to play against Priest. This is my favorite matchup.
Show me the way. I love this
One of the
matchup for
highest win
Raise
rates and also super fun because you get to like do crazy pop off endgame stuff.
Yeah.
Raised Dead is a consideration there, but I'm looking to high roll because this version of the deck runs five
Uh,
five one drops, which are incredible on one, especially on the play.
yeah, we never toss the glare, so it's just whether we keep the Raise Dead or the or
Raised
toss one.
Dead's a greedy pick because on turn 2 I want to tap, and on turn 3 I want to play my backfire
So
because
if
I'm on the
Tower
play.
Overwhelming were to have been a Kobold, that would have been
Yeah, this hand would be nutty.
nutty, right? It would be nutty. If we had coin, um, if we had coin, I would probably go for a turn three pop off, or consider it anyway. I don't know if you like to go later in the darkglare
Okay,
turns,
this
but you could
hand is
also do
super
Wither
good.
Priest.
All we have to do is draw a 1 drop by turn 3, and we're good.
Yeah. Um, we didn't draw one drop. We got Lotheb.
This
That's
is a
good.
good
If he has
card,
Legion,
especially on the play because even though they usually run apathy, great counterplay. Ooh, don't add me doing the good line of healing my face.
I had someone do that at rank 400, and I was very surprised.
Some people do it incorrectly though. Like you don't want to do it in the mid to late game because it actually just gives the glare player more flexibility in playing their pain cards. But in the very early game, it's usually good.
Yeah, I had someone do it on turn two.
After the Lothep turn, you basically never want to heal your opponent's face when they're glare.
It's Glare and TigereyeHS. We're doing some YouTube content production with TigereyeHS.
Oh no. This is like last game. I drew all the good late game cards that I want eventually, like
Like the left
Pio,
half of the
Lothep.
hand and the
Oh,
right
come
half
on.
of the hand
Please
don't
be a
even
one
need their
drop.
spells
Oh
doing.
no.
Do we have
Uh,
to tempo a Glare and then raise it from the dead? Could this be a
I
four
think I would
darkglare game?
almost rather tempos. Oh god, this is awful.
Very bad.
Because you might.
Oh, sick.
Okay, okay, this is good. This is good. This is good.
I can breathe again. um, so so yeah. This guy this guy is Reno, right? He hasn't done anything besides heal
Oh, this
us.
guy's super Reno. I've only ever seen him on Reno, so it'd be weird if he was on anything else.
Okay,
So hopefully we draw a good card
we shall see.
because it's pretty important here. Okay, we don't draw a good card,
Extremely
but
important.
we dump it anyway.
Okay.
So this could have been a great hand, but the problem is all the one drops did get drawn, and instead we drew the bad cards like Molten Giant.
And he's healing us. We would have been at 22, and maybe it would have been in range if we. The Molten Giants could have been played against a bad Reno player.
Yeah, they would have been very playable because we have the double raised dead in hand.
Yeah.
But now they're not going to be really in play until like they don't matter.
Did you say something about Lotheb? Um, the Lotheb turn, like you don't want. Okay. About you don't want to run the.
Yeah, because usually the reason that you heal your opponent is so that they don't have like an early pop off Molten Giant Lotheb turn.
Yeah.
But I think after your opponent plays the Lotheb, it doesn't actually help them that much to be at a low life total to play lots of Molten Giants because usually they'll be able to play it by then anyway. And you're reducing the flexibility of them playing all of their Spirit Bombs, backfires, because it is a lot of damage and it kind of gets awkward.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is annoying. This hand turned out really poorly, but we can
Unfortunate.
still win from here because their deck is pretty slow. Okay, so second one would be good, please.
Please. Imagine if we
Okay.
got both back. Would we go for three Dark Glares on the board?
No, I would go for 2. Okay, let's play. Oh no, no
What is
pain.
happening?
There's so many pain cards.
If
That's
he
all
hadn't
that's
been
left in the
healing us, we'd
deck.
be on 14 right now.
Yeah,
Big
we'd actually be
sad.
doing well.
So he's actually doing well. Um,
Okay, so we probably lose now, but we'll pretend that that's not the case.
yeah. do you tilt when you lose a lot? I mean, more than anybody would like expect you to. Because if you want, we can switch over to me playing. Like I'd rather if
I don't
it's
think
fun
the
to play
game is
against you more.
lost,
So
but I think that he's very favored. The thing is, like, even if we lose, the game's not going to go on that long because if I know I'm dead, I'm just going to concede. So, yeah, I'm going to
what kinds of
play
crystal he has
just,
in the deck?
okay, wow, he has a good hand. Wait, is he not going to kill my glares? It's mad.
Has he played? Could it be no?
Oh, wow, that's an interesting play.
What does that mean? Does
Okay.
he play a palm reading for
I think that he doesn't, okay, he thinks he doesn't need the pen flinger to lethal me, which
might be
is a reasonable thought.
yeah.
Oh, God, no.
How are we drawing so badly?
Why?
Like the molten giants are deactivated by the spellstone. It's not helpful. Um, are we tapping this turn? Or do you want to
Please,
do that
please
first?
backfire, please backfire, please
Oh, we're looking
backfire.
for backfire
Okay, that's fine.
specifically. I
But
got you. I
backfire
got you.
eventually. Backfire eventually.
I got you.
We can do it.
Can the deck
Okay, good
tap?
cards. Good cards are good. Good cards
Please,
are good.
please. Um.
Oh,
So yeah, crystallizer.
yeah, okay.
Nice, nice. You jam
That did not turn out as poorly. Okay, so he can't
trick.
Anduin to answer this,
Yep.
but there's a we probably still lose because there's a good probability that he has
Apathy. Well, you say good
I
probability
don't want to
is
board.
one in three if he didn't get it in the opener offered.
No, it's not Anduin that I'm worried about.
A
It's
wave of
the
apathy.
only
Apathy.
apathy Anduin. And honestly, apathy anything you probably win.
Yeah, but
But
he only has one copy of apathy.
oh
Like
no,
it's
oh
game.
he's dead. Yes. Skill. Yes, 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 yes.
He's just dead.
You love to see it.
Wait, was he? Oh no, we only played. Why did we only play? He hasn't played palm reading, right?
Okay, our opponent is good at being even less lucky than us. You love to
Yeah.
see it.
Why didn't we play the other giant last turn? I missed the reasoning for that.
Board space in case of like a partial clear with like power word death because then we can Tamsin into like
Yeah,
double
but
PO.
power word death or shadow word death is it clears the board, right? Was there anything that would clear it and the giant being up would like screw us over? Because if he deaths it, um, like he can't hysteria yet unless he palm reading, then I missed it. I think we pushed lethal more often if we put the giant up,
Actually, a fair point.
but I don't
Yeah,
know
I
the
think you're
reason for
actually
this.
no, because I mean, yeah, you're right. Because it's only actually better if our opponent has like apathy into not a full board clear,
And we've kind
which
of
is
already said
rare.
we don't
So
win
you're
if he
right. I think
has.
that playing the problem is that playing the giant also doesn't give us additional lethals. So I figured it would just be better to hold it.
Yeah.
Because like what? Because like the extra board space is enough to get like tams and double PO
We had
anyway. So
one death for one of the giants. We didn't have enough with just Tamsin, right? We had like something like 25, and he would have been on. I don't remember his health total.
I have some bad predictions because I guess I just wasn't expecting him to just have like absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I mean you take those when you get them, but
Yeah.
yeah, he's
Okay,
also
Glyph
using hand
Nikhil.
buff.
This is another good hand buff player. Used to be a darkglare player, but he changed to the dark side. I don't know.
Changed to the side of light now,
So
which is darker.
one drop would be nice. One drop, please.
Oh god,
Okay.
Mullen's useless in this matchup, right? Or close to it. Hand buff.
It's less useless because of Crystallizer.
Okay. That's assuming we draw it, obviously, but
But it's
in
definitely
general, yeah, it would
your
be useful.
much weaker giant in this matchup.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Is that hard run?
Yeah.
He juked us, man.
Oh, okay.
Good luck.
What?
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know what he's playing. What's going on here?
He miscued is that a new no, it's an old Doom card. What the hell?
Oh, I know what he's playing. He's playing combo Murlocs.
Yeah. Yeah. How do we do against that with this hand?
Pretty well. Do we play Neophyte to stop him from doing that thing that lets him get it from the deck and cheat it next
You
turn?
do because you have Raised Dead if you play Neophyte for a darkglare
Yeah.
and try to get the Giants out. I feel.
Is there any way that we don't play the? Can we just play? I think I might just play Neophyte Zephyrus and hope to get them back.
Yep. I like it. He probably doesn't go face. He might not kill the minions if you do those. Zephyrus is dead in this matchup, right? Because it's over in either direction, whether he gets the prismatic or he doesn't.
Yeah, the matchup is too quick for Zeph to be good, so I'm mostly just dumping it for hand space reasons.
Then he doesn't attack face. He doesn't kill the minion. That was unlikely that he would get the same
I
minion.
will say the Neophyte is very not dead, so it would be nice to get it back.
Yeah. Well, we can definitely get it back, right? It's guaranteed. We just trade into something, and he always trades the utility. But yeah, try to get as many giants out as we can. We also
Okay,
trade the king to
so
the giants. I think I want to end on Solarium if we can, with 2 mana to play the.
I don't think we have the hand space to end on Slayer.
Okay.
Okay, 8 cards in hand. Tap, get a thing. Ooh, Reaver coming in clutch.
Hell yeah.
Hmm.
Um,
8 cards in hand. I guess it's time to play Solarium.
yep.
Oop.
So we cry a little bit and hope we don't get Zephyrus back. Sadness.
Okay, so hopefully he has nothing.
I think we went for the 50-50 there. I think we wanted to go for the 50-50 on getting the Neophyte back with Raised Dead. I think we lose more of the time if we don't do anything. Because he can,
That's fair.
if he's running Allurian
We're
through
far
here,
from okay.
yeah.
It would have mattered.
I don't know the current list. If I
We're
was
not
if he was running
necessarily.
Allura, I would have been like,
Oh, nice.
yeah.
Oh wait, he could be on a 1 mana Murloc, but that's at least
So your play worked out,
right.
but I think, yeah,
Yeah, not necessarily good. Okay, so now we're in pretty decent shape, obviously.
unfortunate that we don't have a spell to test for Oh My Yogg. Tap into one, I guess.
I don't think we're gonna play spell this turn.
No? Okay. I guess we're dead to the combo anyway, but he's not running. He's running like other Murlocs. He doesn't have the lethal from like 23 sometimes, right? What's Neophyte blocking?
What? Oh, should have played around it. I don't know,
I
man.
think you should have played around it. I gotta be honest. But
It's
nice
not.
of
Why
you.
did he
Thank
pick
you.
that?
What?
He got me. It's like a secret that's actually a secret. It's a weird concept.
Yeah, no one knows what the card is. Paladin secrets aren't real. Oh dear.
Oh,
So he's not playing.
oof.
Oh god. Deceased.
Okay then.
That's actually so spicy though. Is he not running the cheat Murloc? The go face Murloc? Okay. Not really winnable, but maybe. Depends what his trades are, right? Doesn't he want to go face with
Wait,
the
why did he trade? Oh, okay. He's still gonna
oh, he
get the
goes
max damage
deceased.
off.
Misplay.
What's up?
Yeah. Um, I want to. Hmm. Do we have Zeph active in any world? Because that would be so sweet if we got Zeph active. Oh. So Anders is muted. We're gonna go for So TigereyeHS muted. We're gonna go for the counter lethal with Zephyrs, I guess. Counter lethal being clear his board. I think we're done. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't see how to get out of this, but maybe we can taunt up, like cheaty taunt up. I don't think we win. I don't know what Zeph gives. He might rip the Zeph if he doesn't know what it's going to give. Has Gift Me Kill been on Lens Paladin all day? QB? You played against him at all? Oh dear. Oof. Feels bad, man. Alright guys, he had to run. He just DM'd me in Discord. So I'm gonna probably stop myself soon. I had a family event. I was gonna do it at like 6 to 7, and it's 6:30 right now. And yeah, I'll be putting a video up on my YouTube. I'll link it in my Discord for you guys, and we can once I have it set up, try to get as many views on it as we can. I think this was good information for anybody who wants to play darkglare. I'll probably do a compilation video of today, and he wants to come by tomorrow again. So I'm just working out some scheduling with him for tomorrow. Let me end the YouTube recording here.